Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to talk about the pivot table in much detail. I'm going to talk about its formatting, editing, and bringing changes into pivot table. So what is the purpose of pivot table? Pivot table is used to summarize a large set of data in a very short format or in a very understandable way. So in order to make pivot table, the whole set of data should be selected or your cursor should be in any part of the data. So now my cursor is here. From the insert tab, I will select the pivot table. Now there is a little window pop up here and asking where should be the location of the pivot table. For the purpose of this tutorial, I will select the existing worksheet. And now in this place, you have to select the location of the pivot table, exactly in which cell should be the pivot table is start. So I will select here and now press the OK button. The pivot table will summarize the data based on the rows and column and also the calculation. Now, what should be put in the rows? First of all, I want to summarize based on the salesperson. I want to know exactly how much sales has been done by different sellers. So what should be in column? I want to summarize based on the year, based on different year. So I want to find the sum of sales based on the different years by different salesperson. As you can see that this table, this short table is a very and in a very understandable way, and you can easily figure out how much Mr. Ali has sold the product in 2019, 2020, and so on. So there is a grand total. Now this time I want to remove the salesperson. I don't want to summarize based on the salesperson. I want to know the number of sales or the sum of sales based on the region. So I will drag and drop the region here. How much sales has been done in Central, North, South, and West? If you want to know how much Mr. Ali has sold in Central, so you can also drag and drop the salesperson also. This time the data has been summarized based on the region and the sellers. Now this table will tell you in Central Mr. Jason has been sold this much, in North, and so on. If you lost this window, for example, now I lost this window, you can again click on the table and this window again will pop up. You can also bring changes in the values. I don't want the sum of sales. For example, I want the average of sales. So you have to click in this little flash and value field setting. So I don't want the sum, I want the average, or I want to find the maximum sales. Now I want to find the average. So this is the average of sales in different years based on the different location and different salesperson. Now the number of decimal places is more than one. I don't want this decimal places. I want to decrease it. Again, you have to go to the value field setting, then from number format you should find the number and decrease the number of decimal places into 1. Okay, great. Now the data is much more clean in a very understandable way. Now I don't know whether this is the currency or this is only the number. Because of that I want to add the currency because it is the sum of sales based on the currency. Again, you have to go to the average, the value field setting, and this time from number format you can select the currency and OK. So now the dollar currency has been added in every value. Do not forget that You can also apply filter. If you want to filter based on the month, you can drag and drop the filter here, and from this little flash you can change the data based on the different month. Now the data is based on the month of January. Now I want to find the data based on the month of January, November. Again, you can click here. The next thing you can do is that you can also change the title of row and column. You only need to double click, and now you can rename it. Also, you can change the style of this table. From here you can select whatever you like, you can do. So these are all the changes that you can bring here. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial was useful for you. In the next tutorial, I want to talk in more detail about the filtering, about the adding slices and pivot chart. So do not forget to watch the next video also. Thank you.